Hello friends, this is Michelle. Welcome to my channel, LaFonda Crafts. Join me today as we make an angel out of these supplies. First I have a light cover from a ceiling fan, some lightweight spackle, diamond dust, a styrofoam ball, some lace and ribbon, and this pitberry garland, and some paint. And sorry that in this frame everything's upside down. So I got this lightweight spackle. I believe I got it at Walmart. You can find it in your hardware stores, or I think even Dollar Tree has some spackle. So I'm trying to cover up the styrofoam texture with the spackle, and as you can see, it's pretty rough spreading onto the styrofoam. So what I do is I wet the palette knife, and that makes it a lot more spreadable. So I just spread it all around the ball. And as you can see, this ball has some markings on it. I was trying to use what I have in my stash, and my son had gotten hold of this ball at some point and he drew on it. So that's what you see there. So once I'm done with the spackling, you can see that the markings still show through. So I'm just going to go through and paint over the spackle. Now this was after the spackle dried overnight. So I'm going to go through with a couple of coats of white paint. And after the last coat of paint, this is when I start to add the diamond dust. And if you haven't worked with diamond dust before, it's small shards of glass. So it is, you can cut yourself on it. So you just have to kind of be careful. But it gives a beautiful sparkle to your projects. So I just sprinkle it on with a spoon, catch the excess on a paper plate, and then just pour it back into the container. So there I'm just adding all around the ball, and this is going to be the head of the angel. And one thing I didn't mention before is I had used a skewer to insert into the styrofoam ball, and that was just so I can hold it by the skewer to add the spackle, the paint, the diamond dust. And I'm using some Titebond glue. This I found it at Walmart, so I'm going around the lip of the light cover, adding the Titebond quick and thick so I can glue the styrofoam ball onto the glass. So I'm clipping off the skewer there, and I'm gonna place the ball onto the light cover. And I just use a plastic bag to press down on the ball. This is just so I don't have to touch the excuse me, I don't have to touch the glass so much. Now I'm using some Aleene's tacky glue to add a lace trim around the neck of the angel. So both the Titebond quick and thick glue and Aleene's tacky glue, they will dry clear. So that's what I used, and they hold really well and they dry clear. So it's a nice glue to use on projects like this. So I'm just going all the way around, just adding the lace. And I'd like to take a moment to thank you for watching this tutorial. If you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel, share, comment, do all the things. I would really appreciate that. And if you visit my channel, you can see I have another tutorial. It's just like a quick video for another type of angel. I really like doing angel crafts. So unfortunately, when I added the halo to the angel's head, my phone didn't record, but I just took the pitberry wire and coiled it into a circle, and I left some wire sticking out so I could insert that into the foam ball. And I added hot glue to the wire. It was like I made like a little pick with the excess wire, and I added the hot glue and inserted it into the styrofoam ball. So here I'm making the wings, and I'm a little bit out of frame, but what I do is I took 2 strands of the pitberry garland and made like a figure 8, and now I'm just wrapping the wire around in the middle just to hold it all together. And I'm just shaping the wings just to a shape that I like, and I'm sizing them up to the angel just to make sure that they look good. So I didn't show it on the video, but I trimmed up the wires that were sticking out there, and I used some pliers to kind of press them down into themselves so there's nothing pokey sticking out. And here I'm using E6000 glue, and then I add a little dot of hot glue so then I can have a quick hold onto the glass. So it's the E6000 for like long-term adhesion and hot glue for short-term adhesion. But I found that it was such a small spot of hot glue that it didn't hold. So I held it there for, a few moments, but it didn't hold. So I just wiped off all the glue, added more E6000, and then I used the masking tape to hold it onto the glass, and I left it there overnight. So it held really well once I just used the E6000. So here I'm trimming up some of those little berries, and I want to glue a bow onto the back of her head. So there I had made a bow with just the lace and ribbon, and I just made a shoestring bow, and I cut out those berries there in the back just so I would have a flat place to glue my bow onto. So I just used hot glue and stuck it right there to the bottom of the halo. So I'm just adjusting the bow. And here I'll show you what the angel looks like. There's the front, and there's the back. And I had actually made a second angel. The one on the right has some gold and white pitberry garland for the wings and the halo. And I used 2 battery operated votive candles to put inside there so they glow. And here it is at nighttime. So it's got a pretty glow. And then here's the 2 of them glowing at nighttime. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and you'll stick around and give me a follow. Thank you so much.